Ace. Roll Tide. It's great to have you with us. How's everything going?
Yes, sir. Roll Tide. Everything's going great.
Well, you're coming to us now from the Spring Garden Gym that's pretty empty, but I hear a few weeks ago it was pretty full for your signing day announcement to join the University of Alabama. Just what's this experience been like, getting recruited by the Crimson Tide and then opting to stay home in the state of Alabama with Christy Curry in this outstanding program?
Oh, it's been great. Ever since they started recruiting me, like it was just the connection that I felt like it was just family. And being able to stay home and, represent the state of Alabama and my hometown. I mean, it means a lot. And a lot of other people say, like, I'm glad you stayed in the state. And it means a lot to stay in state. And I know I'm going to have a lot of people that support me. So I'm just glad I had the opportunity to. So I'm going to represent well.
Yeah, we certainly enjoyed seeing the video boards with the script A, the Alabama logo, and then CE right behind it for
Yes.
Ace. Can we expect more of that? Maybe some NIL opportunities down the road?
Yes, definitely for sure. I mean, if I have the opportunity, I've got the opportunity to, and it's perfect. I mean, it works out great. So I think it's just a really eye-catching way in Alabama A. So you'll definitely be seeing more of it.
We look forward to that. First of all, tell us about your basketball journey. Who got you into this sport?
Definitely both of my parents. My mom, she played college basketball at Jacksonville State University. She coached there for a couple of years. And my dad, he's still the high school coach at where I'm at. He's been here for 20 something years. I mean, he could retire right now. So I have two older brothers. So I grew up in the gym every single day. I mean, they would be practicing and I would be just a little baby crawling in the middle of the floor right there. So that kind of just shows where I've grown up with it. So I've just, I was born into basketball. I guess that's what you could say. And just my parents just let me do whatever growing up. And then they realized, like this is what she wants to do. So they supported me through the whole journey. And my brothers would come up here and shoot all the time. And so I'd come up with them. I'd come play with them and their friends, just me growing up. And that's just where I've became today. And then ever since maybe about fifth grade, I started playing travel basketball and I've just kept growing into it and loving the game. So I just continue to work for it.
And that's paid off to some really great results, especially some state championships, getting to play for your dad. Just how much have you enjoyed that experience, having him as your head coach?
Oh yeah, it's something special, and there's not many people that get to experience that having them as your dad and your coach. And a lot of people thinks it's tough because a lot of people think when you go home, it's like he's your coach, but in that moment, he's just my dad. Like we're gonna drop it. It's just the dad and daughter duo, and it means a lot because he's gonna push me to a different level because I'm his daughter, not just his player at that moment. So it means a lot, and it's a lot more special, especially when you get to win a state championship because I grew up watching him win the state championship. So I mean, when I was in the fifth grade, they got beat in the state championship. And I remember going up to him saying, "Don't worry, we're going to be back here in a couple of years." So, I mean, it just kind of the little things like that. And I mean, it's just been a lot and it's been really special.
Yeah, 1A basketball state champions now, what, three times? Hopefully a fourth coming up this season for Spring
Yes, sir.
Garden. Brag on your teammates a little bit. How has this group become so consistent winning these state titles?
Oh yeah. This year's group I have been with since I was in first grade. So it's very special. My seventh grade year, I had some of my cousins on the team, which was that was very special too, just growing up because they had already won some. But just the past years, it's been a connection and we all grow up like family. I mean, we're all close. We bonded great and it's we're all best friends, and I'm not real sure what other schools are like in with the teammates there, but I think that just kind of shows how we play on the court and just outside of basketball. I mean, we're always there for each other. We're all going to pick somebody up if somebody's down, and that just kind of shows how we're all going to give everybody everything we have out there on the floor. We're not going to go 99%. We're going to go 101%. So that kind of just tells you how we are.
Of course, you're the 2024 Alabama Miss Basketball. We mentioned the state championship success,
Mhm.
AL.com Player of the Year as well. So, with that, you're a top 100 recruit, top 50 by some services. With that comes a lot of attention and the recruiting process. Just how much did you
Yes.
enjoy the recruiting process, and when did Alabama and Coach Curry first get on your radar?
First, they have been on my radar. I'd at least say eighth grade. Even before, we've always had a connection, but it really started picking up once I had gotten my first few offers. And uh, the recruiting process, it started off slow, of course, like always, and then it really picked up. And it got pretty wild and hectic and a little stressful every now and then, but that's how it's supposed to be. And I mean, you're trying to look for that perfect home for you. And they always supported me through everything. And it one thing that showed for me to them is when we'd have our phone calls, like it wasn't all about basketball. That was one thing that stood out to me. And I mean, the first thing they would ask is, "How's your family doing?" And what do you and your friends do today? And that was one thing that stood out to me because they just want to know how I'm enjoying my life. And just through the recruiting process, they wasn't pushing me to choose them as much. Like they just let me do me. And I mean, there was nights that I would be up late. Coaches would call me. I mean, it'd be about 11 o'clock before I could really get in bed, and it was it was pretty hectic, stressful. But then, I mean, I knew Alabama was home, and I was like, why wait? Because I know that's where I want to be.
Sure, you enjoyed your time coming here to Tuscaloosa to visit with the coaches, but how about the players, especially the current players on this roster? How much do you enjoy getting to interact with them? Many of them will be your teammates when you suit up in Crimson next year.
Oh yeah, they're awesome. And if I could go down there more than I have recently, I would go down there whenever I have the opportunity to do. Because I mean, I love each and every one of them. They're great. When I go and visit them, I mean, they treat me just like as I'm already there. And I've been friends with some of them just through AAU and like Chloe Spring and Leah Brooks through AAU. And I know I just can't wait to be down there because I mean you can tell how they all get along. It's family and I mean Sarah Ashley and she treats everybody unbelievable. I mean, even if you're from another school, I mean, you can just tell she's really a huge leader on that team. And I just can't wait to get down there to be with all them.
Yeah, do you feel like this is going to be a pretty special season? The team is off to the best start in program history, been ranked
Yes.
in the top 25 all year long.
Oh yeah, for sure. They're gonna have a really good season. They've already started off to a great season, and before the season started, I kind of knew this was gonna be a really fun season for them and to watch, and the coaches knew it as well. And I just can't wait to keep watching throughout the season and when SEC play starts.
We certainly look forward to that. Can't let you
Mhm.
go without asking you this. You have a great name, Ace Austin. Is Ace a nickname? Is that your given name at birth? Tell us the story.
Well, actually, it's my middle name, but it is JC Ace Austin. But there may be one person in my whole life that ever calls me JC, and it's my grandmother, and she will not let it go. But it's Ace on everything. Ace goes on all my homework, all my papers, anything. What's your first name? Ace Austin. That's what it goes to. So, uh, Ace came from Ace Clements that used to play basketball, and my dad he loved that he just loved that name. I was like that just fit. That's what we need to name our daughter, and Ace was originally going to be my first name, but there was no middle name to go with Ace. So, but I bet they really didn't believe that Ace would be what everybody called me to this day. But that's kind of where it came from, and I think it's just been the perfect match.
It really has. I'm going to get ready saying it. Ace for three over and over again when you come here to play for
Yes.
Alabama. Ace Austin, thank you so much for joining us. Congratulations on signing with the Crimson Tide. We can't wait to see you here in Tuscaloosa in a year, but best of luck to you and your teammates chasing down another state championship this year. Thank you for your time with us on the Crimson Tide Sports Network. Roll Tide.
Yes, sir. Thank you. Roll Tide.